Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and apologies for the delay there. I also apologise straight up front. My voice is going a little bit shaky, but I'll do my best today. If I'm not talking, well then you should be. That's a general rule. By way of introduction, my name's Gavin Byers, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here representing our owners today. And it's been an absolute privilege too for myself and Denise Barr to represent both of these properties over the last 4 to 5 weeks. A little bit of housekeeping before we get underway. If you're intending to bid today, then you need to complete one of these purchaser acknowledgement forms. If you haven't, and you need to, grab one of the team. They're all wearing the double blue Harcourts attire and they can all get you in a position to act quite quickly. The second piece of housekeeping, at the back of the room there on my right, there's a camera. That camera, coupled with that microphone there, capturing my dulcet tones and images and obviously beaming them on the World Wide Web. So for those people that are watching the auction today that can't be here, hello and all the best with your endeavours. So today, I'll just take you through the auction code of conduct. I'll go through it once for the two auctions. You won't need to go through it twice. I'll spare you all a bit of time. It is a beautiful day out there and I appreciate you probably want to get back out there as soon as possible. The property today, as you're aware, will be sold with a reserve in place. As auctioneer, I won't be disclosing that reserve to you, but upon it being reached or breached, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser. As auctioneer, I may nominate the sum in which bidding is raised. I can also decline a bid. If there are any sales consultants working on behalf of our buyers, so our phone bidders, well, we'll clearly identify those people to you, and I do believe we have one in the first auction. Our owners, well, they've given me, the auctioneer, the exclusive authority to bid on their behalf. If I need to exercise this right, it'll be clearly identified as a vendor bid, and rest assured it can only be utilised below the reserve price. Our owners may withdraw the property prior to sale without disclosing their reserve, and if there's any dispute regarding the bidding, argy-bargy, well, I'm just going to roll back to the last undisputed bid. The purchasers today, they'll be found when the contract hits my palm like so. Post hitting my palm, you'll have a few obligations. One of them is obviously to celebrate, big cheer. The second will be to sign the particulars and conditions of the auction, and then also to organise that deposit in the next day. Are we all happy to proceed on that basis? Smiles, nods, fantastic. Well, we'll move straight along and straight to the contract from which I work for 4 Houston Crescent in Lake Harlia. It's an estate in freehold on a whopping legal area of 1,058 square metres more or less. It's lot 25 DP 372972, record of title 362030. Vacant possessions offered with the settlement down as the December the 2nd, 2020 or earlier later by mutual agreement. The chattels, I'll take you through them just briefly. We've got the range hood, the wall oven, the induction cooktop, the dishwasher, the kitchen waste disposal, the light fittings, the smoke detectors, the heated towel rails, the heat pump, the garage door remote controls, the curtains, the fixed floor coverings, and panel heaters ×2. So that's the property. And I must say, on my way in today, I did take a quick drive-by of 4 Houston. I parked up out front, turned off the engine, and just immersed myself in the property. If you want, you can all close your eyes and immerse, and I'll read you the description. But from there, the sun was shining, the birds were tweeting, and I had mountains to my east, south, and west. And before me stood a near new 4-bedroom home. If you've been inside, you know this house presents as new. It even smells like new. The open plan living downstairs, plus 2 bedrooms and a study. Upstairs we've got the master with those massive, magnificent mountain views, and the 4th bedroom, or is it a rumpus room, media room? It'll be up to you to decide. It's really just your opportunity to move straight in, do a little bit of decking, maybe plant some trees. It's all there to add value to. With no further ado, I'm calling for an opening bid. Who'd like to start us away?
You good to go, Jason?
From Quietly, sir.
700?
And welcome to the auction, sir, at $700,000. $700,000 will move along in increments of $10,000 from there. At $700,000, I'm calling for $710,000 now. $700,000 with my starter centre of the back row. At $700,000, calling for $710,000. At $700,000. First time at $700,000. Second time. Third time. Well, I'll move it along on behalf of the vendor at $710,000. It's a vendor bid. $710,000. Make it very clear. Vendor bid. Still moving along in tens now. At $710,000, calling for $720,000. 710 calling for 720 now. And 720, welcome back, at $720,000. 720 still moving along in tens now. At 720 calling for 730. Moving along in tens. Keeping it nice and simple. At 720 calling for 730. 730 first time. Sorry, 720 first time. 720 second time. Third. Final time. Well, again, I'll move it along on behalf of the owners at 730. At 730, vendor bid. Make no mistakes, 730, it's a vendor bid. Calling for another 10 now. At 730, calling for 740. 730 we have. All those mountains, all those views. Very large piece of dirt.
Whenever you're on the customer. So
At 730,000.
are you happy at 730?
I'll call it first time at 730.
Are you happy at
Second time,
Are you happy for 10,000?
third time, I'm just giving the phone a little bit of time.
Jason, are you happy at 740? Yeah, 730.
730 is the bid. And 740. And at $740,000 we are. $740,000, getting those magnificent views and a very large piece of land in Harley indeed. At 740,000, still moving along in tens now. At 740,000, I'm calling for 750. I'll call it first time, second, third time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to pause the auction and take some instructions.
Right,
Excuse me.
okay, so Jason, exactly what you said. Now, so the auction's being paused. So please do that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I used to be in mining mines. He was an engineer. We used to see. I'm not playing with that. I mean, I put it very long distance. Yeah, I used to go to so I used to do these days, yeah, well, I mean, kids are and in the winter,
I mean, I understand that. I've done a bit of research and I found out about that because I was like, oh, and I was like, well, that makes sense. They want to get you up to at least a reserve, so then it was about.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so people can think that no one else in the show. Don't go back to the previous one. It's hard. It's tricky. Yeah, totally. You can still get the result.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. I'm just literally. No, but you can tell me when the next one. You can actually both I'm literally just there.
Oh, okay. And you just want to.
We'll just wait for Gary to come back out, and then we'll make the line. You should go on to location. You might win some prizes. Your initial incident.
This is me, so this is what does that mean?
You did. It's exactly what I'm saying.
What James said to me is that they need to know the band will achieve us.
But they would put that together.
It doesn't say that I can't. Yeah, it's we don't need to be they will
No music, we're all good. Well, thank you. There is music. I found the volume button, it was off. So thank you for your patience. Appreciate these things do take time sometimes. When we left the room, we were at $740,000. I can say the bid's been increased to 765. And I'll just acknowledge a bid. Acknowledge that bid, and it's $765,000. Make no mistakes, the property is on the market and we're selling away right now. First time, second, third. Sound like a 12-year-old. It's going. Sold. Congratulations. There you go. I think my voice did break a few years ago, but potentially it didn't. So I'll now direct your attention. Again, I'll work from the contract. It is 16 Kingham Road in Luggett. It's an estate and freehold on a legal area of 809 square metres, more or less. It's lot 8 of DP 329625, record of title 121272. Vacant possessions set down for Friday the 15th of January 2021, subject to clause 22 in the further terms of sale. I'll just direct your attention to that clause, and please, you're going to have to bear with me. It's quite long. Clause 22, property awaiting code compliance certificate. The vendor must, at the vendor's cost in all respects, make application for and obtain a CCC for the property code compliance certificate. Where necessary, the vendor must, at the vendor's cost in all respects, carry out such work as required in order to obtain the CCC. The CCC must be obtained by the vendor prior to and is a requirement of settlement, and the vendor must provide a copy of the CCC to the purchaser immediately upon it being granted to the vendor. The purchaser must settle within 10 working days of the vendor providing a copy of the CCC, or on settlement date, whichever is the latter. And if the vendor is unable to obtain a CCC within 3 months of the date of this agreement, the purchaser may cancel this agreement, in which case the vendor must refund to the purchaser the deposit in full. And then the agreement would be at an end. So moving on from there, the chattels. Well, we've got the range hood, the wall oven, the cooktop, the dishwasher, the light fittings, smoke detectors, heated towel rails, heat pumps, garage door remote controls, blinds, curtains, fixed floor coverings, and very importantly, the fridge. Excluded chattels are the wine barrel. So, Denise has described this property as easy living in Luggett, and as a local, I think she's very qualified to say. Well, the current owners built the home and they've thoroughly enjoyed their chapter. On many a Christmas and other social occasion, they've thrown open those French doors onto the deck and enjoyed a barbecue, maybe some tall stories, and just pure fun with their family and friends. Boasting 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double garage and a carport, there's plenty of room for you, your guests, and all of your toys. I think the biggest question you're going to have is who are you going to invite first to come and enjoy this property with you? Family-friendly neighbourhood. I'm told on the slide we're very close to the secret swimming hole. Denise, you'd give that up? Yeah. Denise will give that up on request. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all being sold today. I'm calling for an opening bid. Who'd like to start us away? Quiet. Well, as Denise could attest to, it is a quiet neighbourhood, so I think you're all going to fit in real well. Would there be $650 on the floor? Would someone like to start us away? Well, I'm not shy. On behalf of the owners, I'll start us away at $650,000. That's $650,000. You wouldn't buy the property at this level, ladies and gentlemen. At $650,000, moving along in tens from there. At $650,000, calling for 660. $650,000 a vendor bid. Beautiful lawns, close to the hotel, school bus down the corner. And at 650,000, I'll call it first time, second, third. Well, I'll increase the bid to $660,000 on behalf of the vendor. $660,000 vendor bid, still moving along in tens now at $660,000. You're getting a lot here, ladies and gentlemen. This price at $660,000, $660,000, but it's a band. First time, second, third, final time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll increase the bid to $670,000 on behalf of the vendor. $670,000, the bid's with me on behalf of the vendor. $670,000. Not seeing any hands moving. This is your chance. If you are in a cash and unconditional position, this is your chance to put your hand up and speak with me first, to negotiate through me with the owners. And at $670,000, I'm giving you that opportunity. Beyond today, beyond this auction, that it potentially is a multi-offer situation. So you'll be working outside the room without this transparency. So I'll call it up first time, second, third and final time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm formally going to pass the property in at $670,000. If you have interest above this level, I really encourage you to quickly come and talk to your preferred Harcourts agent. I thank you all very much for your attendance today, and we look forward to seeing you in the Harcourts auction room in the near future. Thank you very much.